What is going on, guys? Today, well, you're watching this on a Saturday, I'm making it on a Friday, but last video's gotten quite a bit of comments, and the last couple ones about what I've been driving. They can tell that it's not a third gen, they can tell it's not really a full-size truck, so you might even be able to tell by the title of the video and the thumbnail, but I'm just gonna show you that. The whole reason why I drive this vehicle, I've gone over previously before in other videos, is number one, the winters really suck around here and I don't feel like putting my truck through that. And two, the vehicle that I drive as a daily also doubles as a work vehicle, and I was just racking up insane amount of miles on my third gen, and it got to the point where I'd rather beat the crap out of something I care a little bit less about than the truck that I usually use to tow all my stuff around in the summer and really want to look the best. So, without further ado, I bring to you the Ford Ranger. Somebody actually already guessed this, I think, in the last video that it was a Ranger, and I wasn't really trying to hide it, but I just didn't have it. Sorry for the wind there. I don't know if that's gonna affect the audio, but it is a Ford Ranger. It's a 2004 step size. It's got like the fiberglass bed on it. It's got like 130,000 miles on it. It's got some 15x10 just black steel wheels, 3110 515s. Not really a whole lot to go over on this truck, but you can see, I mean, maybe you can't because of the, you know, we're supposed to get more snow tonight, and you can just tell this thing gets just blasted with salt, and the roads around here are just complete crap. So the one thing that I did like about this thing is this thing, yeah, don't mind the squeaky door. This thing's got like a factory like subwoofer under here, so it's got like this nice center console that most of them are kind of just open, but it's got rubber floors so you can, you know, clean it out. It's got these nice back, you know, doors just to keep more crap in there. Not that anybody can ever sit back there, but it's nice to throw crap back there. What we are actually going to be doing today is change the oil in this beast. Believe it or not, it is actually two-wheel drive. I know people are gonna hate on that even more, but it made the price a little bit cheaper, and these tires actually clear with no rubbing, and I didn't really do anything to it. I mean, other than the wheels and tires, and you can see it's got some pretty heavy tint on it. It has 5% on all the windows all the way around, and then it actually has 20% on the windshield there. So other than the tint, the wheels, pretty much it. I don't really have a whole lot of plans for this thing. I don't know if people want to see videos on things you can do to Rangers or not. The only thing that really pissed me off about this thing so far is when I first got it, the heater core went. So I had to take the whole dash out and do that. Really wasn't terribly bad, but you know, it's quite a bit of work for a $50 part. But anyway, that's the Ranger. That's what I drive on a daily basis. If you don't see me driving the third gen, that's probably what I'm in. My wife does drive a Jeep, and I will be going over that in a full video and plans that I have for that as well. But for now, we are going to change the oil in this thing quick. Alright, so while we're waiting for that to drain, let me just, I guess, explain why I chose a Ranger over maybe some other platform when I was looking. So I really only had a couple requirements when I was looking for, you know, a second vehicle. I really wanted a smaller pickup. I wanted it to be black. I wanted it to have an extended cab. And really, I guess the main reason was I didn't want to screw with this thing. I didn't want to be working on it. I just wanted a reliable platform that either I or the wife could jump into if they needed to. Now, I wanted automatic because for work, driving in the city and stuff like that, really didn't want to have to deal with a stick. You know, automatic was just easier to deal with just driving in traffic and stuff like that. So I wanted an automatic. So between the three, Dodge, Chevy, and Ford, I really narrowed it down to, say, Ford and Chevy or GM. I really didn't want a Dodge. I really wasn't too excited about the reliability and things like that coming from like a Dakota. Now, I could be wrong. I didn't spend hours researching, but I just felt a little more comfortable. I talked to a couple people that I trust that worked on gas vehicles and stuff like that for a long, long time. They just seem to have really good luck with the Rangers. Now, it's a 3-liter V6, and the reason why I actually favored that a little bit instead of the 4.0 is because I think the 4.0s have more timing chain issues. If I'm not mistaken, and this is just what I've been told, I think the 3 liters are kind of like the same motors that they put in like small airplanes or used to or something like that. So they're kind of known for being like underpowered but super reliable. So again, everyone's gonna have an opinion. I understand that. That's just what I went with. I could really care less. This isn't like, you know, my dream project truck here. This is just a truck that I drive every day. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. I really don't have any problems with the S10 either. Really, I just like the way Rangers looked a little better, honestly. That's why I got the Rangers. So hopefully that clears some of that up. I know it really wasn't the best explanation, but that's just why I have the Ranger instead of something else. So you can kind of see the oil filter down here. Well, I guess not with my arm in the way, but right down there. I think you can do this from the bottom too. If the motor's not too hot, I usually just get it right here from the top. How does my forearm look? Does it look good? Just don't drop it. I've done that. Then it makes a really big mess. Damn it. Alright, so new one's on there, all tightened up. The only thing I really like is kind of a pain in the ass on this thing is the way the filter drains. It's like right above the starter, which the starter always gets covered a little bit in oil, which I don't think there's any way around it. You just got to go back underneath there and clean it up. But drain plug's tight, oil filter's back on. Let's fill this thing up with oil and call it done. So while you're watching me pour this in, I know someone's going to ask, oh hey, what kind of oil is he using? Well, let me explain. I use 520 because that's what it says, and I use a Napa synthetic oil because I figured synthetic's better than conventional, and Napa is usually the cheapest synthetic oil going. Now, I'm sure there's going to be plenty of comments. Well, you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do that. Well, this is what I do, and I don't want to hear about it. I'm not going to put Mobil 1 in my Ranger. Not going to happen. Like I mentioned, I put so many damn miles on this thing. You know, I probably change it before you're supposed to change synthetic oil anyway. While we're doing that, we are going to top off the washer fluid. That's got to be probably the most boring video you've probably ever watched me make, which I promise I won't video me changing the oil on my Ranger. But just wanted to give you a short explanation of why I'm driving this and why I have it, things like that. So hopefully that answers everybody's question. Like I mentioned, coming up tomorrow, you'll be watching us go to Dunfab Motorsports down in South Jersey. That's where I get a lot of my tires, and Evan there usually mounts and dismounts all of my tires. I trust him doing the bigger stuff, the delicate stuff, the stuff I really don't want to scratch. So I always make it a trip to go down there. He works on some crazy car stuff, so I'm going to video all that. He always has cool shit in his shop, so we're going to be looking at all that tomorrow, and I will let you guys know what Andy's new wheel and tire setup. Also in that video, I'm probably going to announce the giveaway. I have 2 things, so 2 winners. I'll go over that. Actually, I'll let you guys know what they are right now. If you stay till the end of this video, you deserve to know early. So if you watched my video going over Jesse's truck, I mentioned that I always use ISPRO EV2 gauges. So I actually have another boost gauge. It does match the 3rd gen Dodges very, very well, but it can be used in any other diesel application. It is a ISPRO EV2, focus, 100-pound boost gauge. So I'm gonna be giving this away to one guy, and then I also through Garofalo Enterprises, Michael, the guy who I get all of my parts through, is also giving me a t-shirt, a hat, and I think a couple other things that another person's gonna win. So again, 2 winners, some merchandise, a boost gauge, but that is going to do it for this video. Again, thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it. I will see you tomorrow.